science research topics. It is not actually different from statistics. It is related to statistics. This is very, very useful in reality, but no formula. No formula anywhere. You have to generate the formula to solve the problem. Which means you require a mathematical approach to solve any operation research questions. In our earlier class, we have mean formula, variance formula, correlation formula, binomial formula, etc., etc., etc. But in operations research technique, you cannot have a formula as such. The one who has a mathematical skill, we don't want high mathematics, elementary, with a good logical thinking, they only can work. Even if you practice 100 problems on operations research, 101st problem is a new problem. So, as usual, today I will be solving only one question. Any doubt, difficulties, if you have, immediately you have to ask.
Sir, could you please adjust your mic a little bit? Your voice is very feeble. I'm not sure if it's just me or it's everyone.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
It's fine, sir. Yeah, it's fine.
So, let me share the question paper with you. All of you received the question paper?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Received, sir.
Yeah. So, I will be reading only first question. Possibly, I cannot do more. Only one question is possible. Yes. There are 4 stages. As in statistics, here also variable concept. Objective of the problem called objective function. Constraints have limitations, and non-negativity restrictions. This all I will explain you with the help of example 1. Consider a chocolate manufacturing company that produces only 2 types of chocolates, A and B. Both the chocolates require milk and choco only. To manufacture each unit of A and B, following quantities are required. For A, 1 unit of milk, 3 units of choco. For B, 1 unit of milk and 2 units of choco. Maybe milk is in milliliter and choco may be in grams. The company kitchen has a total of 5 units of milk and 12 units of choco. On each sale, the company makes a profit of 6 rupee for A and 5 for B. How many units of A and B should it produce for maximum profit? Is the research problem. Products are 2. Profit per one. Decide how many to be produced with available materials so that profit is maximum. So very clear. This is a simple problem, but not the problems are like this. Very complicated problem also I will tell you. It will take hours to think. Is the reason I say you require a best mathematical aptitude and logical thinking. No formula anywhere. So this information, I put it in a tabular form. Milk and choco, availability will be 5 units of milk and 12 units of choco. A require 1 and 3, B require 1 and 2, profit 6 and 5. So either a problem can be a descriptive type given or the problem can be of a table form. So the first step, variables. Variables are X and Y. X represent number of A-type biscuits. Y represent number of B-type biscuits. And Z represent total profit for X plus Y. So this problem, I have to convert it into a mathematical problem. That is what the step number 1. Shall I go to Excel sheet?
Yes, sir.
So, see the way that I'm starting now how to work. In Excel, last time I told you, every entry will be cell reference. If you do as I have done, and if answer comes, it is simple. But if you change the data in some other way, then I cannot find your answer properly, whether it is right or incorrect. So to start with today, everybody should work as I show. Question number 1. Column C, A chocolate. Column D, B chocolate in row number 1. Text, B column, all the given informations. So second row, B column, variables. X and Y. The values of the variable. Do you know the values of X and Y initially?
No, sir.
No. No in mathematics, 0. I don't know what is X, what is Y. So mathematically it is 0. Research objective, Z. Six X plus 5Y. And that is equal to 6 multiplied by X value plus 5 multiplied by Y value is the formula. Six times C3 plus 5 times D3. It is 0. Why?
Because X is 0 there.
Initially. Next, milk. Total milk required for A and B will be 1 time X plus 1 time Y, and that milk never be above 5. Formula: 1 multiplied by C3, 1 multiplied by D3. and should not be beyond 5. Choco. 3x plus 2y less than or equal to 12. So, 3 times C3 plus. How much next?
Sir, 2.
5, sir.
Yes,
Two
please.
times. Two times.
2 times D3. It should not be beyond 12. This is the first step in Excel. This complete work is called LPP, Linear Programming Problem. Any question?
No, sir.
Yesterday it was a big mess. Everybody typed at random. I am not getting answer, sir. I am not getting answer, sir. So be careful about the cell location C3D3. C3D3 is the variable location. You have to find out so that profit is maximum. Subject to milk condition, Choco condition. This is step number 1. Now this can be solved without solver. We can plot graph, we can use simplex procedure, etc., etc. But your syllabus is solve problem by LPP using solver. So in data, last time I told you data, take solver. This is the dialog box. This is the dialog box. First it is asked set objective, that means research objective, which is maximum profit, that is D5. Maximum by default. Next, variables. Maximize the profit with respect to variables. So variables are C3 and D3. Constraints. Milk and chocolate. Add them. D7 less than or equal to 5. D8 less than or equal to 12. Both x and y are non-negative. Go to the method. There are plenty methods, but here we are dealing with simplex method. Solve it. ₹27 is the maximum profit. 2 A-type biscuit. 3 B-type biscuit. Complete milk is used and the complete choco also used. Nothing left in the kitchen. I hope everybody got the same answer.
So could you repeat the constraints thing, sir?
Yes.
I'm a little confused about that.
Yes. I have here no biscuit production in the beginning. I have to find out it. So I converted the problem into LPP in Excel. LO will be the output, answers. That is for solver. Black, that is for LPP. I go to solver in data. The objective of this question is maximum profit, that is my D5. And the variables are C3 and D3. And subject to the constraints, I will give one by one. First, milk constraint. D7 less than or equal to 5 units of milk. D8 less than or equal to 12 units of choco. So I have given this LPP in solver dialog box. Non-negativity constraints I have selected because my x and y should be strictly greater than or equal to 0. And the method is simplex. Solve it. Two units of A-type biscuit. Three B. And the profit will be 27 rupees. No more milk, no more choco available. Yes. This is the method of solving LPP by solver. Finding the solution by solver is simple. But a given problem, when you write in LPP, it is complicated. You will wait and see. So here I have mathematics in yellow, linear combination, linear equation, with unknown variable x and y and given information. Any question?
Sir, I
Yes.
can't get how to add the constraint in the solver.
Add.
Okay, click on add.
And one by one you have to give. And last, okay.
Okay, sir.
Suppose, now see,
Sir, for me,
Yes.
there's a problem with this formula.
what formula?
I don't know, I clicked on add. After that, a dialog box appeared and it's written there's a problem with this formula.
Something made mistake by you. Look here. But you well attentive in the class. See the way that I do. Objective function will be d5 maximum, then changing the variables, that is C3 and D3, come to the box subject to the constraint. Now add. First, milk constraint D7 less than or equal to 5. E7. Add. Choco constraint D8 less than or equal to 12. And say OK. Non-negativity constraint and simplex, solve it. Now you got?
Yes, sir, got it.
All of you attentive what I'm doing now? Oh, it is not over. This is a research problem. Rahul Giri,
Yes, sir.
to increase the profit, where shall I concentrate?
Sir, are we not already maximizing the profit?
Yeah, we got 27.
So subject to constraint, I think this is the maximum profit we can attain, isn't
Yes.
it?
But in the market, he is not selling simply 2 biscuit of A and 3 biscuit of B.
Yes, sir.
So what is to be done?
Sir, not sure right now.
Sir, can't we just increase the inputs?
What do you mean by input?
Milk and chocolate, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. Because 5 units milk and 12 units are used for 5 biscuit, isn't it? Now, no more milk and no more choco available. So for marketing point of view, suppose he says 10 units of milk available. Let us solve it. What will happen now? How much is the profit? 0 and 6. And the profit is 30. Is it complete milk is used?
No, sir.
How much quantity of milk remaining?
4 units.
Do we have extra choco?
No, sir.
So what he does, let me say, now,
Yes, sir. Optimized.
but did he produce a chocolate?
Sir, zero chocolates.
Therefore, you can try combinations so that both are to be produced. Suppose if I give reverse way, suppose if I give reverse way 20 units of milk and 10 units of choco, solve it. What will happen now?
So we're getting zero chocolates for a
And how much milk is left?
5 units.
Oh,
Sorry,
not
15
5,
units.
5.
15.
So he has to find, investigate maximum how much milk, how much choco can be used so that he will get maximum profit as well as both A and B produced. Mathematically it is correct. If you solve the problem, you will get full mark. But this is for business point of view. He thinks about how to proceed for changing.
So just one question.
Yes.
How do I program it such that we want a minimum number of eggs? Suppose I want
Minimum number
at
of
least 2 eggs.
minimum number of eggs.
Yeah, as in suppose I want to maximize my profit with the
Ah.
condition of producing at least 2 of chocolate A.
So x will be greater than or equal to 2. Put a condition here. Let us see. Let us see. X is greater than or equal to. So your question I am solving now.
Yes, sir.
Greater than or equal to 2. So initially I don't know. Initially I don't know. And it should not be more than 2. Correct now? Sorry. Minimum it is 2. Okay. Go to solver. Add one more constraint. Oh, sorry. I have to give here the formula. Sorry. So this is here x, that is 1 multiplied by x value plus 0 multiplied by y value. Now go to solver. Greater than or equal to 2. So 3 constraints are there in your LPP, isn't it?
Yes, I got it.
Solve it. Now Produce 2, 2. Profit is 22. Milk is 16 unit is left. Can anyone tell me? Initially, I will give them 100 marks today if they answer my question. This was our initial answer, correct now?
Yes, sir.
Let us see who will answer. Under what ratio milk and chocolate will be used so that profit is maximum, both A and B will be produced, nothing left in the kitchen?
Sir, 1:2.4, sir.
2/3 for the milk,
Yes.
and for the chocolate it would be 6/6, so 1.
Any other answer? 17. That is 5 and 12. Suppose if I want 100, how much will be milk?
So 5 divided by 17 into 100.
9.4.
29.4. And
70.5.
70.5. So I say 30 and 71. Okay. How much shall I take? 30, 70. Suppose if I give that, let us see the answer. Come on, tell me what happened. What happened?
Sir, we used our entire stock.
Profit will be
maximize our profit.
Great.
160, and all milk, all choco will be used, both A and B produced, correct now?
Yes, sir.
So what does it mean?
So it means that if we increase the proportion of inputs, and then we'll get more profit.
Correct. And to increase that, you have to know the relation among different resources, correct now?
Yes, and the relationship here is 30/70
Yes.
ratio.
Yes.
So we should increase milk by 30% and chocolate by 70% to produce maximum profit.
Right. So now if I have to do a business, I have to know maximum how much milk I can get. Accordingly, I want choco, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
unless you have one of the resources fixed, other you cannot. Yes. So basically, therefore, when you are working with operations research problems, though we solve the problem by solver, suppose if a researcher says, no, this is okay, but I want so much profit, what shall I do? So everything depends here on available material. So any question now?
Sir,
Yes.
this is the way we are doing, but practically, does a producer think that way, like while producing
You have to
anything?
help. That's the reason he employed you. Producer simply cannot produce a cinema. He has to know what is the brand name of all the other actor, director, choreographer, script writing. Why? There is always research and development unit in every organization. Tell me. Why there is an R&D in every organization?
So to innovate means
Scientifically see
Oh,
something.
you have to know better market value for your product. You have to know customer behavior. Why there are fertilizers available in the market? Why not only the sand fertilizer? Externally, fertilizers are used for what? Maximize the output. Farmer should know which fertilizer is good for his land according to climatic condition. So solving a problem is simple, it's okay. But implement that for a betterment, you have to think. Suppose if I take 1,000 total, then it will be 300 and 700. Let us see. See now, are you not happy the ratio 5:12? So
sir, is
ratio,
the ratio 30/70? Yeah.
ratio concept will be always helps you. Here we are dealing with only two. It can be any number of variables. Just wait and see in the subsequent classes. So, in operation research technique, given problem, convert it into a mathematical equations and inequalities. After converting them into mathematical equations and inequalities, solve it by solver. That is what this example tells you.
Sir,
Yes.
so in this initially we had 5 milk and 12 chocos available. On the basis of that we calculated the ratio.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that ratio, on basis of that ratio, we decided how much, like this 300 and 700 basically.
If at all you want to increase the profit.
Okay, so if we don't have that apt ratio, then how we find it?
Without ratio, not possible. Na? Constraints are not one. Correct, na?
So how would we
Constraints
find,
are not one.
so how will we get that initial endowment? That on the basis of that we will have to calculate the ratio.
Yes. Next example I will show you. In the next example, I will show you. Initially, when I solved this problem, I got no milk and chocolate left. Correct, na?
Yes, sir.
So that gives me an idea. That gives me an idea. If the total is 17 units, so 5 units are for milk, 12 units are choco. So if it is 1, how much? 5 by 17. And remaining will be so much, 12 by 17 probability. Multiply that by the total. Any total. Is that clear?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Like that ratio thing, like here we have two constraints, right? Like one has to satisfy 1:1, like less than 5 when we are like, taking, we are making A and B type of chocolate. Using
That 1:1 you said is about biscuit.
About the biscuit. So, sir, like both the constraint follows the same proportion because they are in different magnitude, isn't it?
Total availability I am talking, Ray.
Sir, thoda sa clear, did not understand that part.
That is what I said. The resources are two, milk and chocolate, okay?
Okay.
Listen. Together we are getting the production and the profit, correct now?
Yes, sir.
Which means I am mixing up milk and chocolate. So the maximum mixture weight kitna?
Sir, 17, like in this example.
17. Completely used, and for 17 ka profit hai 27 rupees, 2A and 3B.
Okay, sir.
Finished. Now he asks you, suppose if I want to increase the profit, what shall I do? Can you simply say 6 becomes 60 and 5 become 50? Will anybody buy the biscuit of 60 profit and 50 profit per pack per biscuit? Tell me.
No, sir.
So where he has to concentrate? Resources. Unless you have the material available, how can you start the production?
Yes, sir.
So where you have to concentrate first? Availability of the resources. Is it resource 1?
Sir, both are.
And even sugar also important. Maybe vanilla important. But here as an example it says. Is that clear?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question. How many constraints can the program handle? Like,
Plenty.
Okay. Okay, I was not aware of that. Actually.
N number of constraints you can have. Just wait next week.
Okay, sir.
It will take full 2 hours to make one problem next class. Shall I continue? Any other question? Ask and clear anybody. Don't keep any doubt in your mind. Reality is translated into mathematical equations, mathematical inequality, and then solve it. To solve the problem manually by hand, it takes 1 hour for me. And that is done by solver within a minute. Yes. Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
So let us see the next one more question. Setu Sharan,
Yes, sir.
is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
No, sir.
Okay. Let us see question number 2. A farmer has recently acquired 110 hectares piece of land. He has decided to grow wheat and barley on that land. Due to the quality of the sun and the region's excellent climate, the entire production of wheat and barley can be sold. Net profits and labor requirements according to the data shown below. Wheat and barley. Per hectare cost 100 rupee for wheat, 200 rupee for barley. Profit per hectare 50 per hectare for barley, 120 per hectare, for wheat and then barley. Per hectare, days required for wheat 10 days and for barley 30 days. The farmer has a budget of $10,000 and availability of 1200 man days. During the planning horizon, find optimal solution and optimal value. Come on, all of you try first. I am not going to start. Let's try. It is similar to that of biscuit. Here it is wheat and barley.
Sir, when we say profit, we mean revenue or profit only? Profit.
Revenue.
Revenue.
Only 2 minutes.
Come on. Yes, please. All of you, please try. It is exactly like question number 1. Everybody should
show the
work.
question. You show the question again. I've missed one thing. I'm just okay.
So what is the answer?